and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Horror. Now tonight's going to be a fun night because tonight I'm watching one of my favorite horror movies. Tonight I'm going to be watching the 1981 classic, The Funhouse. So The Funhouse is one of those movies that I honestly don't hear anyone ever talk about. And I don't get that. I don't know why it doesn't get the love it deserves. I don't know why it doesn't get the attention it deserves. Because it's a really good horror film. Really good slasher film. And for some reason just kind of goes unnoticed, which is a shame. So, in a nutshell, this is about four teenagers who kind of sneak off to a carnival at night, and they end up staying on the grounds after the carnival closes, and they kind of sneak into a ride, and they witness one of the carnies commit a murder, and soon find themselves the next targets. It's awesome, trust me. Now, I haven't seen it in a few years, so I'm really excited about watching it tonight. As far as cooking goes, I'm going to make some burgers, because why not? If you're going to watch a movie about a killer carnage, you might as well make some burgers. Hello, Bella. She just came in here. Now she's massaging her face on the tripod. You ready for the movie? She just had her treats, so she's kind of hyper. So anyway, yeah, tonight we're going to be watching The Funhouse. In the kitchen, we're making some cheeseburgers. I think it's going to be a fun night, man. I think it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a fun night, and I'm ready to get it started. So without further ado, let's head out in the kitchen. Let's make these burgers, and let's watch our movie.
Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack.
Alright, everyone. So, first thing we're going to do, obviously, we're going to get our burgers pressed down here. We're going to make these patties. Just like that. And then we'll bring it on over to the pan here. Now the pan is heating up. And then we'll just drop them in. And we'll just repeat that process for the rest of them. Like I said, the pan has been heating up for about 2 minutes, so it's not hot at all. But let me go ahead and press the rest of these patties, and I'll be back with you. Alright, so I got all the patties pressed. Put in the pan. You can see it's pretty heated now. So I'm going to sprinkle some onion powder and some garlic powder on these. Give them some flavor. Now I like to put enough to where I can actually taste it. Alright. Okay, that's the onion powder. Now I'll do the garlic powder. Then when I flip these over, I'll do it again on the other side. Alright, so those are going to be good. I'm letting those cook for a little while before I flip them over. You know how I like them. Just getting some cheese out of the refrigerator. Alright, so I'm going to let these cook for a little while, then we'll flip them over. See, I don't like my burgers real juicy, like where people bite into them, all this juice starts running down. I don't like that, man. That's just me. So anyway, I'm going to let these cook for a little while, and then we'll come back and flip them over. think it's time to flip these burgers over. Try and get a good view there. Alright, now that we've flipped them over, we're going to put some onion powder and garlic powder on them again on this side. So we'll do our onion powder first here. And our garlic powder. Alright, we'll put the spices up. I thought about tossing some oregano in there, but I don't know how that will taste. I don't know if oregano would be good on that or not. I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna try it. It's more of an Italian spice, so I don't think that'd be very good on it. Alright, so I'll let these bad boys cook for a little while, and we'll keep flipping them over and over until they're well done. I like my meat cooked well done. I like my burgers well done. I don't like rare, medium rare. I don't like any pink in there. If it's pink meat, to me, that's raw, it's not cooked, and I'm not having it, man. So, if that's how you like your burgers, more power to you, but I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. They got to be well done. They got to be cooked all the way through, not a spot of pink meat up there. So anyway, we're going to let these cook for a few minutes, and we'll be back to check on them, probably flip them over a couple more times, just to be safe. So yeah, we'll be back in a few. Alright, let's flip these over. I do believe they are cooked, man. Well, not quite. Alright. Almost. They got a little bit of juice in there. Let's clean out this pan a little bit. Alright, we'll let those cook for a little bit longer. We got a little bit of juice coming out of them, so we'll take care of that. Alright, well, I'll be back when they are done cooking, and we'll get them on a plate, get them built, get them looking nice and neat, ready to eat. Alright, everyone, ready to get our movie started? The Funhouse. Now, I did have this on Blu-ray. I have no idea what happened to it. It does have a 4K release that I would like to eventually get. But yeah, here we go with the Funhouse. Let's go ahead and turn the light off. There we go. And we are good to go, man. Bella and I are ready. You ready, Bella? You ready, baby Bella? Yeah. The camera's not picking you up, pretty girl. Yes, you're my good girl. Yes, you are. You're a very sweet cat. Yeah, Bella's out here. You just can't see her in the dark. Hey. Gonna watch this movie with me, Bella? Alright, everyone. I'll be back when the movie's over. Alright, everyone. The Funhouse is over. And this was a good night. This was a fun night. Funhouse is a really good horror flick. I guess you would consider it a slasher flick. Whatever you consider it, it's an awesome horror movie. So these four friends go to a carnival and they decide that they want to spend the night in the Funhouse. So they sneak in there, stay hidden until the carnival closes, and they think they've got the whole place to themselves. They're upstairs in kind of the I don't want to say rafters, but there's an upper area they're hiding out in, and they hear something going on down below. So they look inside. They look down through the floor, and there's a room where one of the carnival workers is there with someone else from the carnival, and the one carnival worker, you can tell something's off about them. They're wearing a mask and they're making weird grunting noises, and there's slobber coming out of the mask. So you automatically assume they're not human, or something's going on. So anyway, not to spoil what happens that leads up to this, but the one that's not right wearing the mask ends up killing the other one, and these four friends witness it. So they decide it's time to go. So they try to leave the Funhouse, and they get to the exit door and realize that it's locked from the outside. They can't get out. And of course, the room where the death occurred is right there across from the exit. So one of the guys goes, I just want to make sure she's really dead. And he goes in there, and we find out that he stole all the money that they had in a collection box inside the room. And to make a long story short, the murderous carny with the mask and his father, who also works at the carnival, find out that the four teenagers are there, find out that they stole their money, and so they decide to hunt these kids down and kill them off one by one. So the whole movie takes place inside this huge maze-like fun house where these kids are just trying to get away, trying to find a way out to save their lives. At the same time, they're being hunted by these two murderous freaks. And it's awesome, man. Just imagine being locked inside of a fun house. You can't get out. So you go through all these different rooms, all these different maze-like tunnels, hidden trap doors and everything. Just trying to survive, man. The kills in this movie were pretty cool. I liked them, especially the final death. The final death in the movie, you're just like, oh man, that sucks to be you. But it was well deserved, though. I like the kills of this movie. It's not over the top gory. I mean, it's from 1981, so you'll be able to handle it. The practical effects were awesome. I don't think there were any special effects. I think it was all practical effects, and it was great. So all in all, The Funhouse was a really fun movie. I just wish it got more attention. I wish it was talked about more. I wish it was watched more. I wish it was recognized more as the great horror movie that it is. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't ever hear anyone talking about it at all. You mentioned great horror movies. I don't hear anyone say anything about The Funhouse. 80s horror movies. I don't hear anyone say anything about The Funhouse, and it's a shame because it's a really good one. So is this recommended? Absolutely, yes. And the phone's going off. It is absolutely recommended. If you have not seen The Funhouse, for whatever reason, do yourself a favor and check it out. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. So all in all, this week on Saturday Night Horror was another great night. We've had 3 weeks in a row that have been good. We had Late Night with the Devil 2 weeks ago. Last week we had Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This week we had The Funhouse. I don't know what I'm watching next week. I was going to watch Christine, but then I decided against it because I haven't seen the whole movie, but I've seen parts of it, and just, I don't know, I thought better of it. So I don't know what we'll be watching next week, but I can only hope it's as good as The Funhouse. So good movie, a good meal with the cheeseburgers. This week's Saturday Night Horror was a success. So with that being said, on behalf of myself and baby Bella, who is now ready for bed, we hope you enjoy this episode of Saturday Night Horror. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Hope you have a good week. And we'll see you next time for whatever movie we're going to be watching. I have no idea. We'll see you next week for the next episode of Saturday Night Horror. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care.